Hi, welcome back to the Hyperstamper YouTube channel. I'm Laura, and this journal got a lot of inquiries on when I did my 11 journals in 11 minutes video a few days ago. So I'm gonna do a full video on this one. I wasn't going to on the rest, but if you asked me to do one, I could do one. This is from a 1940s cross stitch under glass. It was about a 4-foot piece, and I've done 3 prior to this that was on the first piece under glass, and then this piece under glass I can get 2 out of. And so the last one is yet to come, and it's 2 more tulips down here at the bottom. It's really beautiful, and I love the natural aging where it was folded underneath the mat for the frame. And it's on cotton, and the best part for me was a few days ago I went into a little thrift shop, and I don't usually look at the jewelry, but this caught my eye as I was walking past it. It's a teeny tiny little petite point cross stitch rose. So I had to have that, and the second one from the pair will be on the next journal. So isn't that wonderful that they match? So let's have a little look inside. Everything in here, of course, is authentic antique and vintage ephemera. I don't use any digital or commercial pieces, and except for my tea dyed paper, which I add that for extra journaling space. And this is a beautiful antique hanky. It's actually a good size and super soft, and the work around the edges is to die for. And you can see the stitching there, and that is tucked under this belly band that I made out of an antique book signature spine. And then I've tucked in this old, it's actually Danish, this very old book page here. It's on almost a cardstock. It was the front page of an antique book from Denmark. Tanker og Tanker. I should look that up to see what it means. You can Google Translate that. And then of course I'm jumping right into my 1940s dictionary pages that I use much of. My Betty Crocker 1950s cookbook, 1955 American Highways and Road Maps Atlas, which I'm having so much fun with. And then this American Garden book from the 50s, and these images are so pretty. I've got this wonderful vintage doily in here, and there's the flip side of that recipe book page. And I've tucked some of Pearl Shop's receipts, and I know some people were asking if these were printables, but they're actually old receipts. I'm down to just 2 of these, so every time I put them in now, I get nervous that I'm running out. And I just did a nice little, the Wonderful Century down here, a little tiny addition to the bottom of the page from a book title. And just little details here I've added when I pull out pages that I can't throw out because they're too perfect for the journal. So I add them in, little decorations. Look at this wonderful picture. This is from the 1930s, and look at this girl playing archery. I was shocked when I found this. I love the border around the photo. It's very Art Deco. I just love everything about it. And that is very, very special. Sorry, I'll tuck that in later. I don't like to watch people struggling. Okay, I made this. I have these in many of my journals now, and it's just a little hidden pocket here, and I've stuffed in a kind of brittle but wonderful piece of 1926 scrapbook page. And this is a 1950s magazine page with a wonderful image. Actually is a trifold, so it's huge. You'll have a lot of fun with that, especially the ads on the back. And just a children's book page here with a little song. And this wonderful 1944 attendance roll call for the Beacon Lodge. And this is for correspondence here. This wonderful bird house image with the squawking family here. It's pretty sweet, from a children's book from the 40s. And here is a very old, look at this wonderful postcard, the sailboats. And that, I can tell by the font, is from the 1920s. This is very, very special. 1895 and 1896 licenses for a retail liquor license, and that is an American license page here. I love this, and that is the last one that I have. I had about 10 of them. Here we go. I put a little bit of birch bark on this very old paper here, which actually came from this collection I have from the Times Weekly from 1907. And I use that a lot in my decorations. And again, back here, I have another one of these wonderful journal ledger pages from 1929, the hand stamped numbers in the corner, which are one of my favorites. I just love that. And this is, remember I was telling you about that scrapbook? Here is one of the actual pages. This student did a project on farms. So there's horses, and this one's about oat fields. Just really historic and really wonderful. And Wake Up and Live was the title of a book page and an antique book. You just really appreciate all the little tucks and things. I put this little pocket here. Normally I would glue that down, but this time I thought it'd be fun for you to be able to pull it out and add your own things to it. Or you can glue it down to a page if you prefer that too. There's just a little French page there that you can open up and fill that as well. This is one of these wonderful early 1900s Watchman Guard clock dials. I have history on that. If anybody wants it when they purchase a journal, I can pass that history along to you so you can appreciate it too. This is just a little wildflower page from an English wildflower book from the, it's vintage, but I did tea dye it just because it was too white. And an old vintage pattern instruction page. This is a very old, it's actually a book jacket. I flipped it over and reused the back because it was so lovely, wonderfully color faded. And this is just a book out of, or a page out of a history book on Napoleon. And another 1942 ledger page there. There's too many in here, but enjoy. I usually put one per journal. I don't know what happened there. I just got a little silly. And just a little journaling spot here for you, tucked into a pocket from Pittman's shorthand book, hand stamping. A 1938 Paris, France almanac page from February 2nd. And on the flip side, it is February 3rd. You can ask me to give you a certain date to add to your journal if you like when you purchase it at no extra cost. Because I'm just that nice. Another one of Pearl's receipts and this wonderful vintage card from when Prince Edward visited Canada. They made little souvenir cards. That was a long time ago. And just another blank page here for you to journal on from a vintage book, Reader's Digest book actually, and just some of that vintage upholstery fabric that I have that is covering up this. It's a little hidden spot there to journal on. And this is from a bird book, obviously. Here we go. This is a mama feeding her 3 babies. This is all about babies, and something I have a lot of in my backyard is the red-winged blackbird. So I quite liked that page. And look at this stunning one. Wow. So that is from an American Geographic vintage book. You can tell by the photography that it's older. And just some more antique book pages that you can add to or ask me to attach something to if you have any special requests. So I hope you love it. It's on Etsy now, and etsy.com/shop/hyperstamper. And I hope you subscribe so you can see these before they hit Etsy. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.